Good evening, guys. Welcome back to the 254 node, where we speak on matters on cryptocurrencies and investment with a difference. I hope you had a lovely day and are back to your homes, you're safe and sound, and with your loved ones, and are ready for yet another video. So today we are going to take a look at the Bitcoin halving event. As you can see on your screen, for those who be driving or maybe riding or cycling and are not able to look at your screens, we are expecting the Bitcoin block halving event to come within the next 184 days, and that would be the 14th of May 2020. So in this video we are going to try and take a look at what the halving event is. We are going to also go back into time and to see which effects the halving event had on the price of Bitcoin as well as the ecosystem, blockchain ecosystem in general, so as to try and to figure out what is going to happen in 2020 when the next block halving event comes into play. Because I do believe at the end of the day, it is very, very important for you to be able to firmly grasp and understand any sort of investment instrument before you jump into it. In order to fully understand and appreciate the halving event, it is important for us to first of all understand how Bitcoins are created on the blockchain. When it comes to Bitcoin mining, just like with traditional means of mining of precious metals and other ores from the ground, specialized machines and equipments are used for digging up the ore from the soil and processing it in order to finally purify it and get the final product, be it gold, silver, or the other precious metals. So in the same sense, newly created Bitcoins are mined, in this case by the use of supercomputers, computers which are used to solve complex mathematical equations, and the first computer to be able to effectively solve an equation is thereby rewarded with the newly minted Bitcoins. This process is critical in the entire flow as it plays two critical roles. It incentivizes the miners to be able to secure the network through mining. This is essential as it helps in verifying transactions which are being carried on the blockchain. And secondly, the newly minted Bitcoins serve the role of being able to cover the costs of operation of running the Bitcoin blockchain, whereby they can sell the Bitcoins at a profit and they can be able to cover their operational expenses, that is, the expenses that they incur in terms of electricity, in terms of maybe rent, in terms of licenses, as well as the money they need to put into the business in order to purchase the hardware that is being used for the mining process. Since the inception of Bitcoin, we have so far had two successful halving events. The first one being in 2012, the next one, which is the latest one, being in 2016, and the one which we are expecting come May 14th, 2020. As you have noticed, the halving event takes place after every single 4 years, and it is something which is significant. Bitcoin is one of the most sane forms of money that we currently have on the system, that is apart from gold. For unlike fiat currencies which can be printed by central banks at will, the supply of Bitcoin is limited algorithmically. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoins in existence. This, by definition, makes it a deflationary asset as opposed to an inflationary one. This basically means that there will be no more than 21 million Bitcoins in existence. And this is why it starts to get exciting, as we have had two successful halving events in the past, And with each subsequent halving event, there has been a massive increase in the price of bitcoins, whereby we witnessed new highs, with the last one setting a high of 20,000. And as such, there are individuals such as myself and possibly even you who believe that the coming 2020 halving event is going to launch a totally new high when it comes to the value of Bitcoin in terms of dollars. As you may have noticed by now, Bitcoin is a rare asset class, and with each and every single halving event, it becomes even more rare. By the law of supply and demand, any item or asset which is rare naturally leads to an increase in demand and thereby increases the value. In this case, the more Bitcoin becomes rare, naturally the price should go up, should the demand go up for the same. And we can relate this to the price and demand for gold as well as other precious metals. That being said, we need to be optimistically careful, because with the past halving events, there have also existed other external forces which may have in one shape or another played a role in setting up the new highs of Bitcoin. With the recent 2016 market bull run, we witnessed the entrance of the ICO craze courtesy of Ethereum. Back in 2016-2017, we saw numerous individuals and institutions coming up with new projects, and in order for you to be able to venture into these companies, you had to buy into them by way of Ethereum. And as such, this new interest in ICOs had an effect in that individuals who came into the cryptocurrency sphere by way of investing into ICOs, they also managed to learn about Bitcoin as well as its advantages as opposed to other cryptocurrencies. So we cannot say in good faith that the halving event is solely responsible for the highs that we witnessed back in 2017-2018, whereby Bitcoin managed to reach a new high of 20,000 US dollar, because as you have seen, there is a possibility that other external forces played a role in setting the price up. That being said, it is of my personal opinion that moving forward into 2020, we might have the catalyst necessary to set new highs in our hands, and that is none other than institutional interest in terms of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. With large institutions such as BACT opening its doors to huge and significant players in the cryptocurrency market, it is without a doubt going to only get better as we move toward 2020. We've recently seen governments such as China calling upon its citizens to fully embrace blockchain technology and by extension Bitcoin. We've also seen other institutions such as Circle, which is planning on purchasing more than 16% of the Bitcoins in existence. And this is just but the tip of the iceberg. Once more, this institutional interest in Bitcoin might be the major catalyst which we need in order for us to see new highs after the 2020, seeing that most of them are looking into ways to launch products which are backed in one way, shape or another by Bitcoin. That being said, there is a darker side to this halving business, because at the end of the day, when you look at it, the miners' rewards are getting cut into two, and this is not good for business, because at the end of the day, these miners are rewarded or rather incentivized to keep on mining and securing the network by rewarding them in the form of bitcoins. Initially the reward was 50, then it was cut into 25 back in 2016, and in 2020 we expect the reward to be cut down to 12.5 bitcoins per block. And as such, we do not know whether the price of Bitcoin will shoot up to compensate for this or not. If the price doesn't manage to shoot up, then we might find ourselves in the situation whereby most of the miners will get run out of business, while others will just opt to switch their mining capacity into other coins, such as mining Bitcoin Cash or Bitcoin Satoshi Vision. Should the price of Bitcoin not manage to cover the expenses of the miners, it will be detrimental, because at the end of the day it will be attacking one of the pillars of Bitcoin, which made it an attractive form of money, and that is the fact that Bitcoin is designed to be decentralized and not controlled by any individual or institution anywhere on earth. Over the years, Bitcoin mining has been one of the most profitable ways through which you can make money when it comes to investing in Bitcoin. This year alone, we have witnessed miners raking in over $4.7 billion in terms of mining profits. But things are starting to take a turn for the wrong, as this process is steadily becoming unprofitable. This is thanks in part due to the fact that there are increasing rates to these miners, which operate the large-scale machinery to mine bitcoins, as well as the changes or the adjustments, in this case increase of the Bitcoin mining difficulty. Thereby, we are witnessing smaller scale miners are being squeezed out of the market, and the larger ones are managing to take the lion's portion, and thereby making Bitcoin more and more centralized as the day goes. That's it for the video, guys. Thank you so very much for taking your time to watch the video, listen to me. Bitcoin is at 65% dominance, and it's trading on CoinPaprika at $8,800. So I do hope that you found any value in this video. If so, then I would appreciate it if you would consider sharing the video with your friends, with your family, and spread out the word about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies with all the numerous advantages that they do offer. If you feel like you want to support the channel, I would appreciate it if you would consider subscribing to the channel, as I release videos on a regular basis, as well as please comment and let me know which aspect you enjoyed about the video. If you have any feedback, I would very much open, and I would love to hear your thoughts on what you thought about the channel or about this particular video or any other video that you have watched. Thank you so very much, and I hope to catch you on the next one. Congratulations to anyone who is holding Mindle. As we can see here, it managed to pump over 581%.